WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. It is time for Streaming Verse here on WHCM with Nina and Chris.
Why'd you say my name like that?
Because Nina, who will not watch Sense8, even though I've been talking about it for 3 years. Yeah. But I understand, though, because the thing somebody tells me to watch is the last thing. Aaron is like, oh, you should watch anime this. You should watch anime that. Yeah, I haven't watched any. And Aaron, I apologize. I should, but I haven't. But I should.
Yeah, I get it.
The thoughts and ideas presented on the show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. What, did I get it right?
No, you got it right. I just see the picture that's on here.
It's a reminder for me because I have a big.
I
have a scary story for the show tonight. You can listen to Streaming Verse right now here where you are, wherever that is. But you can also listen on 88.3 FM, harperradio.com, and YouTube Live. Look for the Harper Radio channel and comment. Join the show. Tell us what you've been watching this week.
Yeah, I'd love to know what I've been watching this week.
Would you?
It took me a long time to figure it out because I'm like, I've been doing nothing. But I figured it out.
But you've been streaming. I mean, something, the audiobooks and stuff, and Kindle and
the Olympics.
And I know. I forgot to put that on my list.
That's the only thing on my list.
I wrote the list, and I'm like, why didn't you put the Olympics? Pommel horse guy, come on. But can I tell my scary story first?
Yes, please do. Please.
Okay. And I think this is a PSA. I think this covers a PSA here for our show. Lisa Frankenstein is the movie of 2024. It better be nominated for Golden Globes and Oscars because it is amazing. Something has to be nominated for it. And when it first came on streaming, it was on Peacock because all Universal movies go to Peacock. And I get a text from Erin on Monday. She goes, it's gone. It's not there anymore. Do you know where Lisa Frankenstein is? And I'm like, what?
What?
So seriously, instead of like going, it'll show up somewhere, it's fine. I was in panic mode. I start looking everywhere. It doesn't say boo about where it is, where it's gone, where it's going to be showing up. 24 hours later, it's on Prime. So for those of you who have listened to me, unlike Nina, on my suggestions about what I'm joking.
I'm like, excuse me, I listen to you every week.
You do. About my suggestions of what to watch, and I'm joking because she did watch Lisa Frankenstein and love it. And eventually she did watch Lessons in Chemistry too. And I enjoyed it. So we know she will love Sense8. But Lisa Frankenstein is now on Amazon Prime. So if you have Prime membership, you can watch it as part of your membership there. I was so scared. I was so scared for 24 hours. But why do they do this to us? They don't tell us anything. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. That I can imagine the terror you were feeling. And I feel for you.
Thank you. It's like if Sense8 ever moves, I will because they're doing that now. Original programming is like moving. And it's like, ooh, no.
Yeah.
So now that I've gotten that out of the way, what have you been streaming?
Pretty much the Olympics. I mean, I watched the opening ceremony. That was cool. I don't know. I've always wanted to go to Paris, so I just think it's really cool that it's in Paris. And I also feel bad for everyone who lives in Paris right now.
Yeah, seriously.
I can't imagine. But specifically, I've been watching a bunch of the I already said that. The gymnastics, both the men's and the women's, because my brother is a gymnast and he knows a lot of the guys on the team. So that means...
I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
If he knew some of them.
Oh, yeah. He could rant about them, actually. He has some issues with who is on the team and why they're on the team and this whole... He can... Trust me, the rants at my house have been crazy. But at one point I was watching them doing prelims at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why. But so we watched the qualifications for both the men and the women, and then the all-around competition for the men and the women. And I've watched the Olympics before. I guess I've never just registered that you have to qualify once you're there, which is crazy.
Oh, yeah. They already had prelims earlier,
right.
But now they're doing it again to narrow it down more.
Yeah, like you made the Olympic team.
Right.
And you're there, and then you have to compete again for a spot, which is insanity. Like the women's French gymnastics team didn't make the cut, which, oh my God, like that would be crushing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the men's finals went really, really well. They haven't medaled in 12 years or something?
I think something like that, yeah.
Yeah, they came home with the bronze, which was very exciting, especially with gymnastics, men's gymnastics in the United States. I'm sure this is happening elsewhere. I just really know about it in the U.S. because of my brother. It being defunded, like everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking away high school gymnastics. You know, men's gymnastics doesn't have a lot of people in it. So I think that was awesome to see, and that was very motivating. For my brother's gymnastics team was extremely motivated. After that, my brother came home and showed us, and by showed us, I mean like he just stands up and kind of goes like this, his new pommel horse routine.
Yes.
Because he is a pommel horse specialist, like Steven Nedorosik.
Stephen N.
Yeah. I've just heard his name so much in my household lately. And he's very excited about that, and his team they were all watching. Like, it's so fun. And Suni and Simone are just insane. Watching that today was, they're insane. Like, how do you do that? Simone is like 12 feet in the air doing a flip.
I know. I saw like graphics of it. Like, she's this tall. The flip was this much higher than her.
It's insane. And the commentator, one of the commentators is Lori Hernandez, who I think she won silver on beam. I don't know. She represented the U.S. a while ago. I read her book. She has an autobiography. I've read her book. And she's queer. And so her comments were just so amazing because she was just like in awe the entire time, and she's like, oh yeah, that's tricky, because she's so like, she's not that much older than me really. So that was really fun to watch. And then swimming, I have no idea what's going on. I'm just like, how are you doing that? And I'm not going to talk about it a lot because I'm scared what will come out of my mouth on air because I'm just so in awe. What else was fun? Oh, the beach volleyball. That was kind of crazy. No idea what's going on, but I was like, cool. Ping pong. Yo, that is intense. That is crazy. And I want to watch skateboarding and breakdancing, but I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if it's on. But I'm looking forward to watching Nina Duval on uneven bars for gymnastics because she didn't qualify for anything else. She represents Belgium. And I love her so much because I watched her in a Average Rob video. She taught him how to do the gymnastics, and he broke his toe 5 minutes in. But she's awesome, and I love her, and I cannot wait to watch her do uneven bars because she's really, really good. That's literally it.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I know. Everyone's watching the Olympics, which is awesome. And hopefully, like you mentioned, we'll bring back funding.
Right.
Because similar to gymnastics, swimming is also losing funding. So many colleges are not funding swimming programs anymore. Or if they still have a swimming program, they've dropped scholarships for them. Like they'll do it for the men's, but not the women's. And it's, that's ridiculous. And hopefully with people, watching the Olympics, they're getting excited about it. And maybe more people want to do gymnastics, making them want to fund it.
Right.
But I mean, the public school system has its own little issues to a degree with all of that, which is all politics, unfortunately, I think, to a large degree. Yeah. But the fact that it's still happening in colleges, too, it's because, let's see, we pay, the staff and all the administration hundreds of thousands of dollars, so we can't have a swimming pool anymore. which is, yeah, don't get me started. But of course, I've been watching swimming, and Katie Ledecky is amazing.
My God.
She is so amazing. Like, I forget, and I know it's like 14, 17 seconds ahead of everybody else. 17, in the 1,500 meter. It's amazing. And she's 27, so she's also older, too.
Yeah.
She's not, and then I think she got another medal today, silver, with the relay team she was on. She still has the 800 left to go.
Oh my gosh.
But I've been on Reddit and reading like the swimming questions, because a lot, and that's where I'm seeing like people participate. People have come to Reddit in the swimming discussion to ask questions. So they're not necessarily swimmers. So one of the things that happened is, and I forget his name, but one of the men disqualified himself for going underwater longer than the 15-meter mark. I don't know if you are aware of that controversy.
No, I didn't even know that you could do that, because I was screaming at the TV, why aren't they staying underwater for longer? That seems to go faster. Just stay under. Hold your breath.
Which is why, like in the 80s, they made a rule about that.
That makes sense.
Because if you can hold your breath longer than somebody else, then you could win just based on holding your breath versus the stroke. So that's what those red circles are on the lane lines. That is the 15-meter mark for each end. So when you see the pool, when you're watching the Olympics, you'll see that red circle, and that's from each wall 15 meters.
Interesting.
And you cannot stay under longer than that. But it's funny because in the news they keep saying, well, there's not a well-known rule. It's like if you swim, you know the rule. We all know the rule. Why would they be there if it's like a little known rule? No, the lane lines are made specifically because of this rule. Do you see it?
Yeah, I do see it. Yeah, if you don't know what this is, look up a picture of Olympic pool 15 meters, and I have a great image right here, and it's showing me the dimensions of the entire pool.
Right.
That I never knew that. False start. What?
Yeah, there's false start if you lean too forward, which means you're gonna.
That makes sense.
And then there's also rules on the breaststroke and the butterfly. You have to come in and touch the wall. Both hands have to touch the wall at the same time. They have to be parallel. You can't have one lower, one higher, because that's also an advantage. So if you touch the wall with one high, one low, you're getting more of your push off then. So that's another one. And it's just funny now because but it's exciting because people who don't know anything about swimming are coming into the swimming chat and Reddit, and I'm sure it's happening elsewhere too, and same with gymnastics. Yeah. And they're learning more about swimming, which I just think is amazing. That's Although, when it comes to swimming in the scene, that is the most disgusting thing in the freaking universe.
What?
They're swimming in the river.
Oh, in the river, I know.
That is so gross.
Did you see?
So gross. The triathlete?
No.
Who got sick?
Oh, no.
As soon as he ended, he was puking. Everyone's like, oh, it's because of all the contamination. It's like, it could have been, but it's also because he probably did the event with all of his effort and he was sick. That's probably just like an athlete thing. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, did you see leading up to Paris, the people who live there, what they were planning to do? Yes.
The minute that they said it was clean and the president, was it the president or someone else? I thought it was a female who was going to go swimming in it.
No, it was the president because he was at the opening ceremony.
Yeah, it was going to go swimming in it. And they're like, okay, then we're all going to go do things we can't mention on the radio in it.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. That was
I would not want to swim. Just like there's a swim. I actually had him on my show before we had our show. I had Doug McConnell on our show, my show. A show. You weren't there yet. It was before it became Streaming Verse. Anyway, and he's been planning a Chicago River swim for years, and he discussed how the filtration system works. And there really is a filtration system in the Chicago River. I still would not do it. There's supposed to be one this year. There's some permitting and licensing issues that they're still trying to work out, but hopefully it's going to happen. I signed up to volunteer, although I haven't heard back on it. And I would definitely go watch it. Yeah. I don't want to swim it. No. I mean, swimming in lakes I already think is gross enough. Right. In swimming pools, that's my level of gross.
No, that makes sense. I think it's time to take a quick break.
It is time for a break.
I did it, guys. I did it. Stay tuned here on 88.3 FM. Oh, my God, I can speak. Streamingverse, we will be right back.
For a list of recent played tracks, visit harperradio.com for the full playlist.
This is Jeff, the driving force behind Dexter's Radio Hour, where every Monday and Friday evening at 6 p.m. you will experience the mind-altering force of genre-bending rock and roll, and whatever this is.
Are you looking to rent a Chromebook for research sources or perhaps just a peaceful study spot? Well, look no further than Harper's very own library, located in Building F. With floors of resources and a staff eager to help, it's your go-to for all things academic. You want it? We got it. Open Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Weekend hours vary. For more information, please visit harpercollege.edu or call 846-925-6584. Happy studying!
You are listening to 88.3 FM, WHCM, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees.
Looking to get started for the weekend and maybe a dose of sports news? Well, you've come to the right place. Listen to Fridays at Big Mike's. Tune in and take a seat from 12 to 1 every Friday to hear a weekly rundown of sports, Vegas betting, and a mix of country, EDM, and everything else. We're all friends here. Just tip the waiter. Get your sports news Fridays at Big Mike's from 12 to 1, only on 88.3 Harper Radio.
A shero's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now, it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
If you wake up.
Okay.
Welcome back to Streamingverse with Chris and Nina. We are live here on 88.3 FM and harperradio.com, as well as YouTube if you go to the Harper Radio YouTube channel. Quick reminder before we get started, the thoughts and ideas presented on this show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees.
Very good. We've only talked about the Olympics in terms of what we've been watching, other than my little Lisa Frankenstein PSA, which everyone needed. We should probably at least talk about one thing.
Okay.
Each that we've been streaming.
Okay.
So you can go first. You're allowed.
No, you go.
Okay. But then I'm going to make it two, kind of. Okay. Bad Monkey. So as I talked about last week, Bad Monkey is going to be a series coming up. I think it's August 14th or 15th on Apple Plus.
Yes.
And it is a book by Carl Hyacin, and I love him as an author. He always writes about crazy stuff that happens in Florida. Mm-hmm. Well, I have checked out from Libby both the audiobook and the readable ebook.
Love.
Because I need both. And I'm on chapter like 8 or 9 so far. And Carl Hyacin never disappoints. He never disappoints. And it's funny, too, because when I first checked out the book, it just was the book cover that said Bad Monkey. And since I've had it, they've changed the cover to show Vince Vaughn, who is starring in it. And I have to tell you, he is perfect for this character. Every time I hear, the audiobook, and now that I'm reading it too, I can see Vince Vaughn doing all these things and saying these things. And I'm
That's
like,
awesome.
Oh, this is going to be so good. I'm so excited.
That's so awesome.
If me talking about Bad Monkey and Carl Hyacin gets you interested in watching the series, I'm happy. If you ever want to start reading his books, I encourage you desperately, because Carl Hyacin, it's all crazy Florida stuff. So even though you're reading and go, well, I think now we all know Florida's crazy, but when he started, people didn't all realize how crazy Florida is.
Yeah. The Florida man.
There are some really strict rules. Like if you sell health insurance in Florida, you have to get fingerprinted. You have to, because there's people trying to get away with all these scams down there, because that's where most people go to either winter, in Florida or live there. It's crazy.
Oh, Florida. Doon, 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 doon. Just kidding. Yeah, I did see an ad for that while streaming the Olympics on Peacock, and I was like, "Oh my God, Chris!"
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna finagle my way into making this about streaming, okay? Because I was doing this while streaming the Olympics with my dear friend Susanna.
Just remember, the people on the radio can't see it.
I know. No, I know. So I learned how to spray book edges. And I am obsessed with them. I think they turned out really, really great. They took me a very long time. Basically, for those of you who aren't on YouTube and cannot see the glory that is these books, with some pieces of plywood and clamps and paint and a delusional dream, I thought that I could recreate some of the painted edges on books that are very popular right now. These don't exist. Susanna designed the template for this on my Cricut, and it matches the cover. And the best part is that now whenever I open the books, okay, no, that one won't do it. It makes this like crackle, and it's so satisfying. Yeah, you hear that?
Yeah.
It was very little ASMR over here, but yeah.
That's all your ASMR is.
Yeah. And but yeah. Also, these books are by Allie Hazelwood, who is actually a neuroscientist who wrote fan fictions in school. So the Love Hypothesis, which I am holding up right now, is actually a Reylo Star Wars fan fiction.
Really?
And she changed the names and got it published, and I think that is the most girl boss thing ever.
It is.
So I love it. And all of her books are very science-y, because she does have that degree. So they are also available to stream on, I'm sure you can find an audiobook on Audible or get an ebook online.
Libby probably has it too, right? Or have
Libby,
you checked?
Yeah.
And if you subscribe to Spotify, I bet they're there.
For sure.
Spotify has everything.
For sure. Yeah.
Audiobooks. If you don't know that, always a reminder. If you have a subscription to Spotify, you can listen to books. I know. That's why I have to be the one going, don't forget Spotify.
Yes. But yeah, I'm obsessed with them, and I want to show everyone, and I have even more at my house that I did.
That's awesome. Before we dive into our topic, and we're going to probably have to take another break before we dive into our topic, I have to share this because I'm so excited. I found this out today, and I am so giddy.
Okay.
Okay. You've heard of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it?
No.
And that's fine. That's not what this is about.
Okay.
But it stars Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter.
Keanu Reeves is in that?
Yes.
All right.
He's Ted Theodore Logan.
Okay. I did not know that. I didn't know that.
Esquire. Anyway, so they are going to be in a play. They're going to be in Waiting for Godot. That is going to be on Broadway next fall.
That's amazing.
I have to go see this. I am going to put whatever. What do you do when you want to make sure you get tickets? Like when tickets go on sale.
You got to get the pre-sale code.
Right, but how do I start that? Where do I go?
They'll say sign
don't
up.
Tell them.
Oh.
No, I'm just.
They'll say sign up for pre-sale code.
But where do I go first? Where with the Broadway stuff do I go? Who sells? Do I find out what theater it's going to be in first? Okay.
I don't think they've announced theater though. This far in advance, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm so excited. I am so geeked.
I love it.
So that might be another weekend to go.
Yeah, I'm in.
So Nina has asked a question.
Yeah, I have asked a question.
So Caroline said she's been watching Golden Girls this week. Caroline, who is your favorite Golden Girl?
Betty White.
Yes.
I don't know any of the names of the other ones because I've never seen it, but I agree.
Rue someone and
Rue. She was in that terrible movie, 80 for Brady. It wasn't a terrible movie.
No,
it was kind of cute.
Dead. They're all dead.
No, someone. And my mom was like, "Oh, never mind."
No, that was 80 for Brady was Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda.
She's not a gold. She's definitely never mind. Never mind. Not a Golden Girl.
I'm trying to remember how she played Maude, and then she was
Maude. That's who she is. I saw Maude.
Maude's awesome. They're all not in 80 for Brady.
Wait, what?
All the Golden Girls are dead. Maude. What's the tall character's name in Golden Girls? Dorothy used to be in a show, and her name was Maude. In the other show, back like in the 70s.
The show Maude.
Yes, you've seen Maude.
Yes, I've seen Maude.
Yeah. So but I forget her real name right now. B. Arthur. Yeah.
My mom just texted me. She said Rita Moreno.
Oh,
that's who it was.
Yeah. Betty White was the last living Golden Girl. They all died pretty young. It's kind of sad. Very sad.
Oh, that's terrible.
But yeah, Waiting for Godot. I'm in. I am so in.
Let's do it.
Yes, let's do it. We're doing this.
All right.
Oh, and A Good Girl's Guide to Murder is now on Netflix.
Yeah, where did you get that from?
Because my Netflix update just happened over on my screen.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was going to watch it before the show, but it was, do I continue reading my book, or do I watch the first episode? So I figured I got 45 minutes more of reading time.
Yes.
But I will start it soon. I'm scared, but I'm excited.
I like that actress. I realized that she's from Wednesday. Did you never see Wednesday?
No, I saw Wednesday.
Okay.
You told me to watch it, and I watched it.
Yeah, the blonde, her roommate.
That's her roommate?
Yeah.
The girl changed her hair color, and I have no idea who she is. What?
That reminds me of a Taylor Swift, meme thing.
You Belong With Me music video?
No, Taylor Swift can dress up as a man, and they all know, that's Taylor, yeah. But she puts on a brown wig, and it's like, I didn't know it was Taylor Swift.
What?
Yeah, there was some joke somebody made about that.
Is that must be the You Belong With Me music video. Because she plays, the person who's dating the guy she wants to date, but with the brunette
Gotcha,
wig.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, and everyone was like, oh my God.
Right, so that's why it was somebody said, yeah, everyone knows she's the man, but no one, nope, she's in a brown wig. No one knows it's her. And apparently you're that way with this other girl.
I am not good with names and faces.
You might have some facial recognition. Because I kept looking at her face on Facebook and I go, I know her face. I know her face. And then I'm like, and I don't know her character's name, but she's the roommate on Wednesday. I was like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The one that you were like, oh, this is so you. And I was like, what?
And then your whole family agreed with me. Yeah. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. And I was like, what? Definitely not, guys.
And then you watched it and you're like, okay, maybe a little
I was
bit.
Like, yeah. And now I guess my hair is like, oh, God.
But yeah, so that's on today. So yay.
Yeah, it was supposed to be July 1st. I don't know what happened. I was all ready to watch it. And it wasn't there. You are listening.
You're listening to WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. This is Streaming Verse with Nina and Chris, and we need you to desperately know that the thoughts and ideas are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees.
Mm-mm.
But they are welcome to come in and discuss their opinions on any of the shows. Just let us know, guys. We are here for you. All right, so our topic.
Yeah, let's go into that. We've been yapping for too long.
Yes, we have.
All right. So our topic. Wait.
It was a good one. You came up with this one. This was a good topic.
Thank you. It was on one of my lists. I think I have a list only when I say that word, though. So live from Harper College, it's Thursday night. That's not as exciting
No.
as it's Thursday night. Yeah. But basically, we're going to talk about some of our favorite SNL skits, which, fun fact, I have made a playlist on YouTube,
Woo-hoo.
and I will post the link in our Instagram bio. So if you want to watch all the skits we are talking about and probably not doing justice at all, you can watch them on YouTube. After
Yes.
Can I
After.
speak?
Listen to the show first. Watch the show. Listen to the
Yes.
show.
And you'll be like, oh my God, this is what she was trying to say. Oh my God.
Did you want to talk about one of them?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, which one?
I want to start off strong with Frozen 2. That's the name of the skit. And it was 4 years ago. Kate McKinnon plays Elsa. And it's a joke about the fact that Elsa is so gay. Like, they have made her so gay. And Disney just refuses to get her a girl, which, like, whatever. But basically in the... My favorite line is she's like, Anna, Olaf, I'm gay. And obviously she does it a lot better than that. But I when I went to see Frozen, the musical, I made a shirt that said that, and I wore it to the musical. And my grandparents did not think I was funny because they went with me. I don't think they got the joke, nor did anyone else in that theater. But I love it. It's 5 minutes, and they make terrible jokes about Kristoff and Olaf and
Things they could be doing.
Yeah. Well, and like carrots and stuff like that. Yeah. And Kate McKinnon is just trying not to break, and I think it's so funny when it's terrible to say this because it's their job, like, not to break, but I think it's so funny when they're trying so hard not to break. It just makes it 10 times more funny.
It really does. I always liked it when they broke.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with my strong one too.
Okay.
My strong one is when Cicely Strong did Goober the Clown on abortion. The Goober the Clown on abortion. It was a segment that they did on Weekend Update where Goober the Clown had to come on and talk about their abortion because everybody is making her talk about her abortion, and and it was not women getting abortions but clowns getting an abortion. And nobody wants to see a bunch of dead clowns in an alley. Obviously, the skit came out before they repealed Roe versus Wade, but which is sad that was repealed. And what's even sadder is the fact that we are so divided as a country that what they were talking about, 6-week abortions is happening. And which you don't even know you're pregnant at 6 weeks. So that's just like saying, fooled you. You have to carry it to term.
Right.
But yeah, so the 23-year-old clown, Goober the Clown, the day before Goober's 23rd birthday, got an abortion. And one of the other funny lines, of course, no one wants to see a bunch of dead clowns in an alley. It's hysterical. But is that when Goober went in to get the abortion, the doctor made a joke and said, "You must have gotten pregnant on the way here." And during the skit, she's like, to me, that'll always be the funniest thing because she was so early in the termination, in the her pregnancy, that she was in there immediately. He's like, "You must have gotten pregnant on the way here." She was like, "We'll always find that the funniest joke." Well, because instead of being criticizing her. He made her feel comfortable there.
Right.
Because that's a scary place. But so thank you to the Republican Party for making abortion part of the conversation now. We don't have to hide anymore. So thank you. Thank you for that. It is appreciated. But that's a great skit. If you haven't seen it, you should.
That was crazy. I loved it. Oh my God. Yeah, going on a completely different route. So in 2020, when they couldn't have Saturday Night Live per se.
Oh, yeah.
When they did it via Zoom, some of the most chaotic things went down, and it was just because everyone was losing their minds, especially the comedians who were trapped in their houses. And I love Kate McKinnon. If the world hasn't noticed, I think all of the skits have her in it. She started this thing which has since become like a series. Like, even though she's not a recurring cast member, whatever they call it, I can't remember, on the show, like, she's come back to do it with like Billie Eilish and Kristen Wiig, and like, so it's so good. It's called Whiskers Are We. And
Yes.
The first one that she did, she's in like, it looks like her room, and it's her like this like old woman who works at this like cat adoption center trying to get these cats new homes, and she only had one cat, so she keeps like editing the cat to be like different colors, and then like putting a wig on the cat, putting glasses on the cat, and she's like, "This is Sir," whatever the name is, and it's so funny. And then she makes these like ridiculous jokes, and then she just keeps breaking because she like does it different angles with the same cat, and the cat is sleeping on the bed. Like, the cat is done with her, and it's the funniest thing ever. And I feel like that could be one of the many videos that could be put in like a time capsule of 2020.
Yes.
To document how, like, just the insanity of where our mental state was, because honestly, same. Like, I was talking to my cats like that all the time. Like, well, I still talk to my cats like that. But I just think it's so funny because it's the same cat, and she's not an editor. Like, she's not good. And it's so funny. And the wig she's wearing is not like fitting her right or anything. It's just perfect. I love it so much.
That's hysterical. I forgot about that, and how Brad Pitt, because during the pandemic, Dr. Fauci was like, everyone's like, he's hot. He's so hot.
Right.
And then on SNL, they had Brad Pitt playing Dr. Fauci.
That's right.
That was so funny. It was hard coming up with some of these. Like, it's like, okay, I know there's a bunch of favorite skits, and I would always mention the Cecily Strong one because that one sticks with me so much. But when I was doing my research, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about this one. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one.
The playlist. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say the other one that is a big one for me is John Malkovich reads "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." Have you seen that one?
No.
It is so funny because it's part of his not the cold open, but his when he monologue. And it goes, yeah, it's the holidays, and let me read a story to all the children, the children of the cast members and crew here. Mm-hmm. And he's sitting down with his the book, and he's got his Santa cap on, and then it's like he's itching his scalp, and he throws the hat, and he goes, itchy, itchy. Like, he can't take it. So he starts reading the book, and 'twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, and he starts talking. Mm-hmm. Well, at one point he says, because they're like, everyone's hoping Santa's coming to their house.
Right.
Hopes are what we cling to when reality has left nothing else. Hopes are what we cling to when reality has left us nothing else. So he does, and it's a bunch of kids. And so then he talks about how, breaking and entering, and you have the right to shoot him.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah.
So funny.
Oh my God, that's funny. Hilarious.
I miss John Malkovich.
Oh my gosh. I'm excited to watch that one because it's on the playlist.
Oh, yay.
It's there. So I'm excited to watch it. Oh my God. I put so many on this list that I knew we wouldn't be able to talk about, because there's some of them like Close Encounters, which is Kate McKinnon, and 2 of them were done with Ryan Gosling. I would love to quote. My dad quotes it all the time, but I cannot quote on the radio. The FCC will come for me.
Yes, yes.
But they're so good. I think I've watched all 3 of them a ridiculous amount of times, to the point where my dad, who can often not get my name right, can quote the entire thing. And of course Taylor Swift. God, that was 10 years ago when she did the monologue song, which was her monologue.
Oh, yes.
But I'm not going to talk about that in my monologue. So good.
I forgot about the monologue song.
So good.
You know what else was 10 years ago? This flashed up right before I was leaving, like on my little Alexa thingy.
Yeah.
The Ice Bucket Challenge was 10 years ago. What?
Oh my God.
Do you remember it, right?
I remember doing it.
10 years ago. Like, the pandemic has truly messed with our timeline.
I did it with a school class. That was... Oh my God.
Caroline, do you remember the Ice Bucket Challenge?
Oh my God.
It was 10 years ago. Because I swear we've lost 3 years of our lives. All of us have lost 3 years.
I could cry. Actually, that's terrible. Why would you ever say that? How is that 10?
So we should probably take a break and then we can come back and finish. And let it absorb in. Everyone let it absorb. It's been 10 years since the Ice Bucket Challenge.
Oh my God.
I don't hear anything. There we go. Okay.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt from Winnetka Bowling League, and you're listening to WHCM 88.3, Palatine, Illinois.
Hey everyone, welcome to This Week at Harper. I'm Vicky, and here's what's happening on Harper campus. On Monday, July 29th, visit the Rec Center located in Building M for some exhilarating group exercises. Join Cindy for Total Body Barre at 9 a.m., Kat for guided flow yoga at 12:15 p.m., or hang out with Yumi for some Zumba at 6 p.m. On Tuesday, July 30th, stop by the Avante Concourse Building anytime between 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. for the Harper Palooza. Learn about various resources and information that can help keep you safe during music festivals and concerts. In addition, engage in some fun activities such as bracelet making to make sure your concert outfit is rockin'. On Thursday, August 1st, bring blankets and lawn chairs and come join Harper faculty, ensemble, and guests for a free outdoor concert at the Ender Outdoor Pavilion. This concert is open to the public and begins at 7:30 p.m. with jazz ensemble and lab band as the performers of the evening. If you're not feeling the music, maybe you can catch a game at the e-gaming room located in Building M. The e-gaming room will be open throughout the summer on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Come check out our PCs with Fortnite, Valorant, Overwatch, and more. Invite friends to play table tennis, board games, and foosball to continue with the summer fun. For more information, please visit harpercollege.edu/events. Thanks for listening to This Week at Harper.
Hello, my lovelies. This is Haley for WHCM 88.3 FM, the absolute raunchiest station for Palatine, Illinois.
Hello, music lovers. Don't forget to reserve your seat on the Ascending Jukebox, a show that traverses the musical cosmos of artists past, present, and undiscovered. Think of it as a guided tour of a museum for the mind and the ears. We launch at 6 p.m. every Wednesday. Make sure you book your seats, sit back, and enjoy the ride.
Are you fascinated by 3D printing, laser cutting, and you just like to tinker with things? This is fun! Then you should check out the Make Shop in the Harper College Library. They offer dozens of crafts, tech, and supplies, all available to you. If you're interested in using any machines, just schedule an appointment online by searching up the Harper College Make Shop. It's the best spot to create, explore, and collaborate.
I'm having the best time in my life right now.
Next Thursday, you will be caught in an extreme flash flood.
Disasters don't plan ahead, but you can. Talk to your loved ones about making an emergency plan. Get started today at ready.gov/plan. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
88.3 W.
Welcome back to Streamingverse, our SNL episode here on Harper Radio. Can I talk any slower? No, I don't think I can.
You could try.
Yeah.
Anything
I was gonna.
is possible. What were you gonna say?
I don't know if I can say this on the radio, so I'm just gonna skip it.
Okay.
Okay, when Lin-Manuel Miranda was on SNL. Oh, quick reminder: the thoughts and ideas on this what? The thoughts and ideas. Oh my God. Presented on the show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees.
Yes.
I felt that one in my eyeballs. You ever just take a deep breath and it like goes to your eyeballs? That's what just happened to me. Okay, Lin-Manuel Miranda was on the show, and he did Crucible Cast Party, and it's really, really funny because it's the Crucible, like the play, the book, or I guess it's a play, even when it's in a book form. And it's kind of just like making fun of obnoxious theater kids, which Lin-Manuel Miranda is the epitome of, and I love him. And it's the song that they sing, and they're like, it's the Crucible Cast Party, and then they talk about like going like after the show to like an IHOP, you know, until like 2:00 in the morning, and just being so disruptive and obnoxious, and like it's just like theater kid definition. And I can say that because I have been that person. It was in a Culver's, you know, after like a choir concert.
Oh yeah, I know
with
what
a
you're
bunch
talking
of
about
friends,
now. Yes,
and you're just like.
I was envisioning IHOP at 2 a.m. when you said it at first because I've also been part of that.
Yeah, no.
Which gets loud and crazy, and let's take a few extra jams because we can't afford to buy, you know, jam at home. So.
Oh. Sorry, keep going, Chris.
I can talk about one of my other ones that I want. Okay, this isn't a skit, but I feel it has to be mentioned.
Okay.
Colin Jost.
Oh my. Yes. Okay, ow.
So it's not a skit, but actually I was reading an article that says SNL is kicking themselves for not making this a skit.
The Olympics?
The Olympics. He's in Tahiti with the surfboarders.
It's so funny.
You go look for the videos. Just that's all. I don't know if we want to add that to the link. Like, go check him out or not. But he so he's out there and he's like, yeah, they're surfboarding. They're cool dudes. And he's asking like good questions though, because he's asking questions people would ask versus like, so how do you feel after that competition? He's like, you know.
Right.
But he also went surfboarding where he found out that the reef is really shallow and then got his foot all cut up on the reef. And then he's doing the show with a jacket and a Hawaiian shirt and bare feet and found out there were probably fire ants.
And
he said he spent more time in the medical tent than the Olympians who are there.
I guess he can't fly for like 5 more days because of the amount of medication he's on, like antibiotics. And there's some video of Scarlett Johansson a while ago being like she was on Good Morning America and someone asked her like, Colin's really going to work there, like for the Olympics, and she's like, yeah, it's like ridiculous, like, you know, like what is he doing, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like he's like gonna lounge on a beach all day, and Colin's like, yeah, so about that. It's so funny. Oh God.
Well, even Snoop Dogg's like doing the Olympics, and Bob the Cap Catcher, have you seen that?
Yes.
They're doing such a good job. Like Snoop swimming against Michael Phelps. He's like, I got this. And I'm like, Snoop, you cannot swim to save your life. But Bob the Cap Catcher, you know what I'm talking about.
Ah, yeah.
So non-swimmers are talking about his little teeny suits. Like, first of all, that's not a little teeny Speedo. That's more like a drag suit. So it's a little bit bigger. And I swim with grown men who wear that size suit or smaller or bigger as on a master swim team. Like, that's nothing. And everyone's like, oh, the announcer's like, oh, look at that suit. It's like, that suit's a suit. That's nothing. But it was adorable. Like, there's the cap. I'm going to save you now. I will save you all from the cap in the pool.
It's so funny.
But yeah, Colin so I figured that had to be mentioned as part of the SNL stuff, even though it's not a skit.
He's like struggling right now. The last time I saw him, he was in one of those weird chairs that only dips into the pool. Like, his butt was only in the pool.
Yeah, okay.
And his feet were elevated. He had tape all over his toes. Something else happened to him. I don't know what else happened. I can't remember. And someone had brought him like a pina colada or something, and he's like, oh, thanks. And he's being interviewed by someone in Paris, and he's like, yeah, well, I'm on 3 antibiotics right now, and I can't fly for 5 days. Oh, I think he got an ear infection too.
Oh, that's probably the big thing.
Yeah.
Then, is
and he's like, and I can't really, swim or put my feet in the water, so I figure this chair is fine. And he's like, yeah, so I'm having a great time. And I'm like, this is so funny.
He is not I don't know if he works out or anything, but he just does not seem like a athlete type. I'm not saying he doesn't work out, but like an athlete type person.
Oh, no.
And he's falling apart.
No.
Because the ear infection thing, it's kind of funny because I even get questions about it. I always put stuff on my ear after every single swim because as a kid, when I was on the swim team, I would get an ear infection all the time. I've had double ear infections in both ears, and it's more swimmer's ear than an ear infection, and so your jaw locks.
Oh, God.
So now it's like after every swim.
Yeah.
I put drops in my ear so I don't get swimmer's ear.
Oh, my God. And Colin Jost takes his surfboard out once.
Right, and he's done.
He's done. He's had it. Oh, my God.
All right, we only got about 5 more minutes. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about from your SNL clips?
My mom is texting me.
Hey, Aaron texted me too, or us. Not sure if it was both of us yet, but
I didn't get it on my computer, but I think I got it on my watch, which is very strange. My mom said David Pumpkins, which, yes, David S. Pumpkins. Justin Timberlake at camp with Jimmy Fallon.
Justin Timberlake, I forgot about.
He's so good on
Bring
SNL.
It On Down to.
And that's what my mom said. Bring it on down to Omeletville.
So there's I forgot about that. And I'm like, I know there's more. There's more.
There's so many.
And I forgot about, I didn't write this one down or share it with you, the one where John Mulaney and Pete Davidson do a review of a Clint Eastwood movie.
Oh, God.
And it's about him, driving drugs in a car. And I forget what it's called, but they called it a superhero movie for old people. Because he had sex with 3 women in a short period of time. It's a superhero movie. Yeah, Erin said, God. I hope the show went well. Well, it's not over, Erin, so thanks. She'll catch up tomorrow.
Aw, thanks, Erin.
But I have our thought. Cue music, please. I can't see her, so I have to be dramatic.
I know.
I decided this should be our kind of positive thought.
Okay.
And you know what it is.
Do I?
Hopes are what we cling to when reality has left us nothing else. Everyone should remember that.
Yeah. Matt, the radar technician, signing off. If you get it, you get it. I think Caroline got it, and that made me really happy.
Thanks for listening, everyone, and keep it tuned to WHCM.